Welcome to this session of time management. My name is Partha Rai, and I am a supply chain management practitioner for last about 3 decades. Have been just drinking, eating, and sleeping only on how to manage time and how to fix the situation because time has been always in demand. And I personally felt I think this is one of the most important and scarce resource which once lost can't be recouped. That means once you have wasted it, you can't adjust it or you can't fill it back because it's just gone forever. Um, just taking a bit of a cue in terms of what I have been doing for all these years. I have been into building strategies for supply chain. I have been into operations as well as delivery. And all these years, it has been only revolving around how to make a agile and a predictable supply chain function. So agility is nothing but how do you actually start reacting in a much more sharper fashion when there is a need into the situation. So again, it is nothing but how do you manage time to deliver. So I think at the end of all my whatever experience, little bit of experience of about 3 decades, I thought I'll just try to give a very small snippet in terms of how do we handle this. uh, I think if you see as an individual, your day starts once you wake up, but actually your time management starts when you are asleep also, because your metadata in your mind starts actually working without you consciously knowing that whether the moment you wake up there are so many things which starts flashing in front of your eyes. So your mind has already started working before even you have woken up, and it's all to do with prioritizing the day. How do you build up what I am supposed to do today? How do you know that what is important for the day? And how do you know that these are the time milestones which I need to achieve? So I think if you ask me, we as individuals are all bound by time from the time we wake up till the time we sleep. Unknowingly, we actually don't know, to be very honest, how important is this resource which is flowing along with us, just like air. You don't know how important air is, but the moment air stops, you can't breathe. It's something like that. If time stops, you can't imagine what happens to this whole world, right? So I think at the end of the session, it'll be a small session, and I'll try to give you some kind of a quick bites in terms of how do you manage it more effectively. Uh, it's absolutely a, if you see a journey, like I talk to you in terms of how a day starts. Even if you see a journey of an individual, when you are a kid, you become adolescent, you start building a career, you start building a home, you start actually creating sustainability till you actually are on this world. So I think all this, whether it's to do with priority, it's to do with goal setting, it's to do with milestones. Everywhere, if you see, there is a time scale which is involved. So time has been very, very important, and we need to be absolutely sharp and sure how do we manage this resource to the best of our benefit. Uh, I think the most effective way of managing time is actually to monitor. And I feel it is relevant to any such thing in this world. If you want to manage anything, if you want to manage your kid also, you need to monitor. If you want to manage your business, you need to have a monitoring scheme. How do you monitor the operations? Similarly, if you have to manage time, you need to have a monitoring tool. And it can be as simple as even your small mobile phone. Nowadays, you guys are all actually tuned to this mobile phone, which can be your calendar. You can start religiously fitting into your requirement for the day. And that can be one way. Second way can be, okay, fine, you have a to-do list, put it on a post-it paper, put it on your almirah, put it on your refrigerator, and just write down in the morning once you wake up what are those few things which are planned for the day, and start just striking out once they are done. So I think that's for the day. Now you can also have on your workbench a small planning sheet. What have you planned for the month? What have you planned for the week? What have you planned for the quarter? Or what have you planned for the year? And these are all, if you see, it's nothing but it's all to do with how do I, the moment you start writing this planning sheet, believe me, it opens up so many windows in your mind. You start actually working smartly to understand what is priority for the day, what is priority for me today based on the environment on which I'm today. And I think that's when you start actually eliminating all those wasteful activities which you may feel is a priority for the day. You may feel today the priority may be to go to the shop and go for shopping and buying some accessories. Okay. But the moment you start writing, what am I supposed to do for the day? You may feel that, okay, fine, grocery is much more important than my accessories. And the moment you start writing down, it's nothing but a part of your planning activity. So once you start planning, I think most of your worries of resource management is taken care of. So I think if you ask me, uh, time has been I do not know how to explain. It's difficult to explain time as it is so for air and water. How do you explain air? How do you explain water? Same is with time, and it's, I think, end of the day, if we effectively handle this resource, I think we will be always better off, because it's all to do with how do I, like, people talk about time. Now I have talked about how do I plan for my day and for my career and all those things. Now how do I plan my time for the day? You can segment it into broadly two categories. One is what you have planned for your professional life. Second is what you have planned for your social part of it, which includes yourself as well. And if we don't plan it correctly, that's where we talk about there is a disbalance in work-life balance. So you are either too much onto one side of it, and once you disbalance, I think worry starts creeping in. So you need to have a very balanced way of handling your own life, and that's why time management has been always an important parameter. uh, mm, End of the day, we all should know how to pull out that small little bit of few minutes, few seconds, few hours for yourself. I think most of us actually forget while in professional career. I do not know how much it is relevant for all those who are going to schools or colleges, but yes, for professional career, most of us actually forget what are we destined personally, what do I want personally, and did I ever thought of carving out a small pie of this whole resource known as time for myself? Have I ever thought what I am supposed to do, or I am just floating as my boss says, as my organization says? And end of the day, when there is a calamity, I don't know what to do next. Now, assuming we are in this pandemic situation, of course, it's all now creeping back to normal. But once it happened, I think most of us were absolutely clueless what next, because we have never thought about ourselves. What is priority for me as Partho Rai? What is priority to you as a unique individual in this world? I think everybody has its own priority, and we need to really align to those to make up, to allocate those specific time which is needed for, because why do you need time for yourself? Once you start thinking about yourself, you only think what is that which I am going to do will make my life happy, right? Which will make me happy. So end of the day, we all as human are, I think I always say this, we are a bunch of selfish creatures. So first we need to align, what do I want in life? Do I want to serve the society? Do I want to be a big man? Do I want to do XYZ? And once I have defined it, I think time allocation starts happening automatically. And I think, as I told you during I think few seconds earlier, uh, tools can be as simple as having a post-it, paste it on your refrigerator, paste it on your almirah, and just start writing what is supposed to be for the day, and start striking out once you complete that activity. And same thing is applicable when you are at the workplace also. And you should also not only just plan for the day, you should also plan for the month and for the week, so that you have a slightly larger perspective in life, which finally converges into your goal, which is nothing but your long-term objectives, which can be a 3 years objective, 5 years objective. In 3 years, I need to earn X amount of money. In 3 years, I need to be in an organization. In 3 years, my work profile has to be XYZ. In 3 years, I should qualify for this exam and that exam. And all this is a part of planning. And I firmly believe once you plan objectively, I think time management is the simplest thing which can happen to you. Thank you. Yeah, Ujjwal, you can close it.